What's up, guys? First video on this channel of 2022. It is the first day. It is January 1st when I'm recording this. I'm doing my nighttime skincare routine with a little more scrubbing. I have this little contraption I got from the dollar store one time, and I like it because it's not like having a exfoliating scrub, which has weird little pieces that may or may not scratch up your face, because I know that a lot of people who are really good on their skincare or know a lot of like dermatologists and people don't like exfoliations, like physical or manual exfoliations. But I think that because this is made out of silicone and each and every one of these little thingies is the same size, and it's not like an abrasive little piece of fruit seed or some random shit, it's better than that. And my skin has been super dry, so it definitely needs the love. So I'm gonna basically do a recap of what 2021 was, because it's been a hell of a year, and then what my goals are for 2022. So I'm going to, since it's my nighttime routine, I'm using this because I have both of them. I needed a day and a night one because frankly, it just is it's a vibe. So what I'm gonna do here is take out the sponge on the inside and then put the cleanser in. It's really weird. I think that's how the instructions are. I'm really like, I have been using this for so long that I don't have the instructions for this anymore. I think, do I want the sponge before or after? I'm doing it before. It doesn't really matter as long as I can get the sponge back in. And then I'm gonna have to put water in it anyway. Yeah, so. And then you just start scrub. Okay, push it down into this part, and then you can start scrubbing. I don't have to push the whole thing down, but yeah. I might not have added enough. Usually in the shower, it's easier. Okay, I just squeezed it a bit. So the start of 2021 was a little rough. You know, you get off of leave because my job, they give you like block leave time for like holidays and stuff. And so we got off of leave, and immediately we had a death in the family, which freaking sucked. I'm adding more on top. And of course, like, money is never going to be like something that I'm going to have a lot of. I've just accepted that in this part of my life, because I'm definitely still going to be on that grind, trying to be, you know, financially stable or financially well off. Those are my goals, so I don't have to worry about anything. So that if I do have a family emergency like that, I'm not going to be struggling. So there was a death in the family at the beginning of the year, which means as soon as I got off of leave, I had to take emergency leave, and I had to get like an emergency grant, basically, so that I could be able to fly down to go and have this funeral. Because this is not like a person where you be like, oh damn, that really weird unknown aunt of mine that died or some shit. But this was somebody actually really close, so not going is like emotionally bad for everybody involved. So we went down to Maryland for that. But the price of that, just simply flying down there, not like even including like the funeral expenses and all that, very expensive. Like we could not afford that. So that's why I had to take the grant, because it is like something that you don't expect. And then it was right after Christmas, and we really weren't even able to get that much Christmas in 2020 for my daughter. So it was a really tough time to be like broke as a joke, and then have something that horrible happen. Almost immediately after that, like maybe a month later, I find out that I'm pregnant. So with my job, ignore the soap on my glasses, I need to see. So with my job, I also had really bad leadership. you know, like supervisors and stuff. Well, not supervisors. My direct supervisor was actually pretty chill, and they did the best they could. But the people above them, just no. And it took us a while to get that fixed. And then when we did, the people who took over for the people who weren't bad became almost as bad as the other person, because like they like it was just dumb. Okay, so I basically found out I was pregnant, and then leadership changed like right before that, and then I started getting some weird treatment from people. One person actually, and it was really a tough early pregnancy. And then I had to go to a class, which was not bad. It actually saved me, because not only did I learn a lot in that class, and I still have the material and I can still overview it because the teachers were so good. They gave us all the material that we needed. We just needed to go get like a USB to put it on, and we could just like overview it and stuff. So basically that class was like a month long, so that gave me a month to basically deal with my early pregnancy symptoms. Was just straight up nausea, because my last baby, I was barely nauseous. The only time I was nauseous is if I didn't eat properly. And like, I was eating properly, but actually not really, because every time I would eat, my stomach would be like, whoa. So it was a struggling beginning of my pregnancy. Ignore the soap on my hands, on arms. This is just, it's chaotic. Next I'm going in with this serum. Now this is probably the serum you're only gonna find in one place, and I'm gonna tell you this, and you're gonna be like, this is super fucking ghetto, but this is from the dollar store, but I love it a lot. Because have you ever looked on anything and was like, oh, I want a hyaluronic acid serum, or a serum with retinol in it and stuff? The prices are crazy. But this one, if you look at this, all these ingredients, none of this shit is bad. And it actually really helps my skin to stay hydrated. They had one that was just straight up a hyaluronic serum, and I like that one preferably, but it's very hard to find because it actually is a good product. It's like finding a really good, like, small quantity of a really good, like, something, and then everybody finds out it's there, because there's a whole bunch of people who know that Dollar Tree is actually the shit. Like, there's some things you can get there and like you're definitely getting a good deal, and then there's some things there that you're getting that is just like normal stuff but in smaller quantities. This, I would say, is one of those things that is straight up a hidden fucking gem. Like, it literally just is really fucking good. And I like to make sure that the things I get are good, because like I'll actually look at like dermatologists, because there's a video of this one dermatologist, she goes through the stores and shit, or goes through the products and is like, all right, so this is pretty good except for this one ingredient, or she'll be like, okay, all of this is good, and I'll be like, so she said it, right? She said it, she's a professional, we've established that, she's known, and I could use it and I won't explode. Not that I haven't already been using it this whole time, but look how moisturized my skin already looks like. Anyway, I'm going in with probably the last tiniest little bit of this. I'm really sad. I need to get more, but again, more on my 2021 journey later. I love this so much. I need to get some more. It's not even too expensive. It's just too expensive right now. Like right now, like I need to get paper towels and wipes. So anyway, so I find out I'm pregnant. I'm having struggles at work, except for that 1 month where I'm learning things, and we have a switch in upper leadership, which I actually enjoyed, because that person, even though they were like less experienced, they also came from a place where they have more experience in a way. Like, they came from a higher up place to like, it sounds like almost like they got like demoted, but they didn't, because this is, instead of them being like one of the little people working in the place, they're a big person above a bunch of little people. So they are put in charge of people. So yeah, and then they know a lot, but they also don't know a lot, but they admit it. So it's easier to work with them, because then we can both be like, okay, so we don't have this information, but you know how to get it, and I know how to get some other of it, because there's always two sides to my job. I'm IT, so like there's the people who run the stuff that don't let me get to what I need to do, and there's the people who can work with the people better because they have more pull and more power and more rank. And so that's why it was a good medium to have somebody who came from the people who can negotiate better, to me who can, at least from like a customer standpoint, almost kind of get the people who actually can make the changes. You know, we can work together on trying to get this to work, you know, by seeing what they can do and then asking someone for them to do it, because me with my rank not able to do that. So I bought these off Amazon. Link should be in the description. This is just a collagen under eye mask. I'm putting it on top of my moisturized skin because I want the serum that's on it to actually stay under my eyes. I find these really nice and refreshing. So yeah, we had a really good leadership change. And then, but we were still working through like it's like 2 levels to this shit. There's like leaders on top of leaders. The lowest leader that we had, because my direct supervisor left, good for him, because this place is like stressful on certain people, because you know, there are just like people who do good in certain circumstances, and there's people who don't. Or there's people who do good in certain circumstances, and there's people who just don't like them, and so therefore they get, you know, in trouble and stuff. So, you know, because, yeah. Anyway, that's just work stuff, really. But like, I'm not gonna get too involved in it. It's just like everything's an up and down for this year. So basically, that happened. And towards later, in the midst of this, the time frame of the class was also when I decided to move. Now, I moved twice this year, and there are reasons, but I'm not going to get into everything about it. I just tell you that I moved twice this year because the first one was to just like enjoy a nice bigger house, and then the way we had everything set up was that we weren't going to be paying as much as we were in the previous house that was smaller. But then some stuff happened, and then we end up basically paying twice as much as we would than the house that we moved out of. So we had to move, and like before we could actually move, because we needed a house available for us to move into to get out of that situation, we basically, because before we moved, like, and a little bit after, but like, no, before we moved, we fixed our debt. We were like debt free, our credit was building, everything was delicious. And then we moved and everything was better, because again, we were paying less rent, and then we ended up having to pay more, and then debt just went right back up because we had to survive. We had to survive, because I even got my kids down here from their moms. I don't want to hear any questions on that. Just know I got 4 kids, but I don't got full custody of them, unfortunately. Could you imagine if, sorry, I'm taking the serum out of this and like just slapping it on my face. If I had all of them, they could like be each other's babysitters and stuff, and I could like go to the gym. That'd be awesome, but I have to wait for that. So yeah, I had to move twice, and like before I did the second move, I basically went into debt again. With like, why? And then we had to move, which means we had to pay for movers. We had to pay for the first month prorate because we're renting. I'm in the Army, so you're not gonna really want to own a house here unless you're really planning on renting it out and making money from it. Oh, here's the hyaluronic acid one that I have. It's just a drop left in here, but I wanted to keep the packaging because, first of all, this is a glass bottle, and this is high quality glass, but I could reuse this. I like reusing stuff. That's why I like to get a lot of glass items, so I can reuse it. And I low-key could make my own something and put it in here, and it's a whole nother thing. Anyway, so because we needed to pay for food and like toiletries and just things we need, we went back up into debt because basically we had to, because we were paying extra money for a house. And then we moved again, which is this house that we're in right now that I actually am in love with. I'm about to do a lip scrub. I got this off of Amazon because I thought it was super cute, but then I also find that I really, really enjoy it. So there's a balm side and a scrub side, so I'm gonna just scrub. It came with a little spatula thing, but it's silicone and it's flimsy, so I'm just gonna use my nail because I did my nails. Anyway, so we moved to this house, which I love. It has a his and hers sink, and I am paying the same amount I was paying for my first house because it is on base, and they just take your BAH. They take all of it, but you don't have to pay for like utilities and stuff like that, which is awesome. And it's only like 10 minutes from my job, so like it's so much better because I had to wake up at like 5:30 in the morning so I can make it to PT on time, because PT's at like 6:30, but you have to get there before 6:30 because 6:30 is when the bugle goes off. And if you're not there when the bugle goes off, you're late and you're wrong. Usually sometimes when you have good leadership and you warn them first, they know where you are, so they can take accountability of you, because sometimes the gates are backed up. Because I live like 30 minutes away from base, which does not include the 10-15 minutes it takes to get to formation in the morning. But now I live like 10 minutes away from my job and where formation is in the morning. And that's so much more convenient, because like before, because for some reason they started keeping us later for PT, there was no time in between PT and go back to work where I could even change clothes half the time. So don't ask me to shower or wash my ass if I actually get to get a good workout in and sweat. That's not happening. But luckily, because of my pregnancy, they weren't pushing me too much in the PT, so I wasn't super sweaty. I could just like hurry up, change, forget about eating. Honestly, I ate McDonald's breakfast on the way to work half the time. So I am so mad. I'm so glad that I'm here 10 minutes away, because I could literally go home, shower, make myself breakfast, kiss on my kids, you know, and all that, and not have to worry about anything too much, like super stressing. Like I don't need to do that, because there was no houses off base that were closer to base to make it more convenient. So they say you should keep this on for like 5 minutes. So I might retint my eyebrows when I'm here with you guys. Just because I do have, this is my recap for 2021 and my goals for 2022, so it's not like you guys don't want to hear what I say. You clicked on the video, and if you're still here, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm probably just a frantic mess. I've been sick all day, so this is why I really need to put this love into my skincare right now. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna prepare everything for tinting my eyebrows when I get back to the story. Okay, got everything together. About to wipe off this. Okay, so now I'm just gonna apply the balm that I wiped that off. I let it sit there for, I guess it's been 5 minutes. It really doesn't need to be 5 minutes, but like it's a suggested step, and my lips do usually feel really soft after I let it sit. This is just a light balm. It smells really nice, whereas the scrub smelled and tastes really nice because it's clearly like it's a sugar scrub. So anyway. So, where am I at in the story? Hold on. So, we moved to this house, and then I got real deep into my pregnancy. I'm going to take some alcohol in this pad, and then wipe my eyebrows, because you don't want there to be any oils or anything when you're about to tint your brows. So, basically, we moved here, which was very expensive, but this time around we got movers. The first time we moved to the house off base, we basically did everything in the car except for the big stuff. Then we just like used a truck for like a little bit of time, but we were trying not to, you know, use a lot of money. So we just used the truck for a little bit of time and did most of the moving, like, with the car. And then we didn't get any movers at all. And so we moved everything by hand, which was really tiring because I couldn't just make my husband do everything by himself, even though, like he would definitely do as much as he could, but we did not have anybody to watch our daughter. And so that means he has to basically put in like so much work just to make sure she's safe and to like move stuff while like I'm at work and stuff. So I'm just going to take it. I haven't mixed the developer and the colorant. I'm going to put it on my eyebrows. Usually I would make a nice little barrier of Vaseline around my eyebrows, but I don't feel like doing that. And I feel like I have the ability now, since I've been dyeing or tinting my brows for like a year now, that I know how to do this. And I don't necessarily feel like I'm going to mess up. And my skin is so oily that if I mess up, it's not going to be there very long. It literally only lasts a week. This is actually a little bit of leftover tint, I think. Or my eyebrows might just be super healthy and thick today. I don't know. Anyway. So this time around we had movers, especially since like we struggled to get our washer and dryer from one house to the other. So this time around having movers was so much better. It was like, I don't want to spend this amount of money on this thing that is basically a luxury, but like with me being so pregnant and I can't help as much, because I am a strong damn woman, all right? Not just like mentally, but like physically, I can lift my husband. He is heavy as hell and I could lift his ass. So I'm a strong woman, so like I didn't mind helping out, and he knew my limits, so he wouldn't let me do crazy shit, obviously. But like, you know, I couldn't help as much when I got further into pregnancy because, well, I couldn't work out as much because like to keep my strength up, because like my body was basically, because I don't always eat a lot, especially if you're stressed from work and you don't have time. I barely got lunch breaks to myself because I eat in my office, but people will come there during the lunch break like, excuse me, just because I'm here doesn't mean anything, go away. But sometimes I'll help them anyway just because I do enjoy my job, like a lot. But yeah, so like I couldn't help as much, so it was like very much needed. It still feels like a luxury. I hate that I'm the type of person that if I do anything that benefits me or makes me feel better or make my life easier in any way, it feels like I'm not supposed to be able to do that, you know? Like I'm used to being like very self-sufficient and really reliant, so I guess maturing is also learning that sometimes I have to do things for myself for my own sanity. And even if it's expensive, it sometimes has to happen. Like, I'm a pregnant woman. I should not be moving my whole house. Just me and my husband just fucking struggling. The first time that we moved, it was hellish for me because I was getting so weak and tired because we didn't have the truck for that long because we were just trying to save money, honestly. We didn't even rent the truck. Somebody else rented the truck and we borrowed it. So that's also why. My daughter just came into the bedroom and slammed the door and then ran. I'm very confused. I don't know where she ran to. I just heard a little pitter-patter of footsteps. Anyway, I'm about to clean up my eyebrows now. So yeah, I guess I'm matured in that aspect, is to accept that sometimes I'm going to have to spend money to help myself, and that's the best possible thing I can do. She's so weird. She's not supposed to eat upstairs. It's another thing I got, because the house that we moved out of, the bigger house, which is technically, I feel like this is really about the same size. But of course I'm paying less, and that's nice. And it has a fucking his and hers bathroom, which I am in love with. Not bathroom, freaking sink. So it's like things sucked a lot. And I did get things I needed out of it, such as like just life lessons, to realize a lot of things of which I'm not going to tell you guys about anytime soon. But it's just a lot emotional, it's just like maturity in that. So yeah, and then I moved here and I fell in love with this place. I am in love with this house. I need to clean everything, and I'll probably do videos on that later. But just because I think it'll be fun. And I've seen people actually do videos of that, and I was like, so this weird thing that I just want to do is just like actually a thing, because apparently other people are like, I want to clean, but I want to make a video. It's weird. Anyway, so, and then I had my baby. I had my baby in October. She was my birthday present. I didn't do anything for my birthday because I was hoping she would be here. Her due date was right before my birthday, the day before. So she was either going to be on my birthday or before my birthday. No, she was late as hell. But we got induced because I was like, I can't sit here being pregnant no more. I was so tired of being pregnant. I was tired of being pregnant because I couldn't do anything, couldn't work out because I would get so winded so quickly because all of my blood was going straight to my stomach. And I was bigger this time than I was before. And I already had stretch marks. I still have stretch marks, the same ones. So there's like, I'm not mad at stretch marks. I already had that for my first daughter. Like, I didn't get any more because they just re-stretched, but they stretched more because my stomach got bigger this time. She was heavier than my last one. So I just was so tired of being pregnant. Like, it was just not for me. It's for the birds. And yeah. So I finally had her, and I would just, oh my God, that my birth was, I need a birth story. I need to make a story on that. All right, so I have significantly less space on my phone than I thought because I have a lot of editing to do, and yeah. Anyway, this is a long ass video, and I've been installing a lot of apps and having like fun playing a lot of weird games on my phone. So anyway, let me hurry the hell up because I'm done with this basically until like 10 minutes pass, and then I'll fill in the front half. If you see, my reels are really short. Anyway, so we're almost at the end of this damn story. Let me just focus in on you guys and tell you what's so I had the baby. My birth story needs to be told because it's like I felt everything. Let's just put it like that. I couldn't use my legs. That's what the epidural did, was to numb the area outside of my body, my legs down, and a little bit of my sensitive area. So I didn't feel being sewn up, but I felt the pushing and the giving birth and the burning sensation that happens when you're giving birth and things happening. And I guess I felt the tear because I think that's the burning sensation, is the tearing. I didn't tear last time, so I wasn't prepared for that. My postpartum, of course, went about as smoothly. I just lost more blood this time around than I did last time. Sorry if that's too much. So it was like a shaky but well progressing postpartum. So now I'm getting back to getting fit. I'm still so winded because all of my calories are now, instead of all my blood going to my stomach, it's going to my boobs now because I'm producing lots and lots of milk. So whether I want to or not, I'm basically just filling up hell bottles. But that's good because she's getting good at drinking. Well, she's good at drinking bottles and straight from me. So that's good. So when I go back to work, because I will have to do that. Last time I was pregnant, I quit at 6 months because I just couldn't do it. I was getting so lightheaded. It was just not good for me. This time around, I couldn't do that, and I had to go to work after 3 months of like my postpartum. Why is my one eyebrow like kind of, why is it doing that? It's too late. It's sitting there too long. So anyway, I had her. She is such a precious gem, baby. Oh my God, she sleeps at night like. I could put her down her little bassinet and she actually sleeps when she's tired. I don't know how that's going to go when she's older because now she can stay up for a little bit longer. She's 2 months now. Oh my God, she's so precious. And my older one, she's actually enjoying. At first, she was probably a little jealous because like instead of her getting my meal to herself and being able to do things. When I was pregnant, she was probably a little annoyed because she couldn't sit on my lap because I had no lap room. I had big old belly. Excuse me. So it was probably just like her getting used to having to share me, as well as getting used to being an older sister and to understand this is not a fucking toy. This is a baby, a real baby. She's gonna get big. She's gonna beat you up back. Like better be nice because she's gonna be big. Like, and I learned that my daughter is actually really tall for her age, so they're all gonna be taller than me when they're 12. It's like my oldest one that I didn't necessarily give birth to, but she's still my daughter. When I say I'm confusing guys with oldest, I have Sky, my little 4-year-old, and then I have a bigger one. She's like 13. She's 14 now. Oh my god. Anyway, geez, what day is it? So yeah, I basically have been just recovering and mentally, like my pregnancy time was like mentally, emotionally just stressful, and then postpartum it's worse because the hormones and how they're doing weird stuff. My eating habits have changed drastically. I can eat more now because I have more space in my abdomen to eat, because I couldn't eat before. Like I was starving, and every time I would eat a portion that felt good, acid reflux and pushing it back up, and basically I had to make sure it didn't just come the fuck back up. And I basically worked up until a couple days before I delivered. It was really annoying. You get so huge and so tired, but no one cares. So, yeah, it was hard. And I've just been chilling and trying to recover mentally, physically, and trying to work out more and get my body back into shape, because a lot of my mental fortitude comes from physically training my body, getting my body disciplined and into a nice little that also really, I enjoy that. I enjoy looking at myself in the mirror and being able to identify with things that I have accomplished physically that no one can take from me, because like I haven't really worked out arms, but this is still impressive, you know. I haven't been doing arms since I got back that much. I've been trying to get on my push-ups back. So tiring. I'm not upper body, I'm so lower body, but there's still a buildup of fat from when I had like a baby, making me hold all of that. So it's really hard to get back into it, but I am, and I'm just getting good. So my goal is just to be super fucking fit 2022. So here's my goals of 2022. Hopefully I make chapters down at the bottom. I probably won't, because I don't know how to do that. I haven't done that yet. I don't know. Anyway, so my goals for 2022 are to get super freaking jacked. Oh no, last year yesterday, guys, I also got promoted. I got a promotion that I should have got wavered for, but for some reason they didn't want to waiver me. They don't waiver females in the unit I'm in. They don't do that, even though you could be literally doing everything by yourself as a PFC or a PV2. You could be the main dude doing everything, and then they still won't waiver you. They'll waiver like somebody who just got there. Like, it was really weird for that. I was waiting so long to get wavered. I was so excited to be actually acknowledged for all the work that I put in as the sole person who knows what the fuck is going on at this place. But by the time I was leaving, we actually got a lot of people who are super smart, and actually, like, I have people who were slow that I got, and I appreciate them still. I want to nurture them and help them, or get them out of here, because if they don't want to learn and they treat me weird because I'm female, I don't really want to work with you. But then I got people who are like little prodigies, like gems that I want to nurture and teach because they're getting good. And then I have people who are actually experienced. They're from a different place, so their experience is a little different, but they have experience in the field, and what they did there and where they came from, they can bring here, and we can improve what we have going on. I can discuss it with our people that we have here and see what they think, and run this by them and all that, and see what the guidelines are, and what we can do. So yeah, well, I actually got a really good amount of people, and I was making slideshows and everything to teach everybody, and distributing it so that everybody can see what I've learned and what I'm teaching them. If they ever need a teaching aid, they can just go back to it. I try to make it as detailed as possible, but it also really helped that we actually got people who know what they're doing at the last minute. Like, we were suffering for a year, and then all of a sudden we get an influx of people who are experienced or people who work hard and are good learners. So that was awesome. Anyway, goals for 2022: get super buff. I don't know how long it might take me to get wavered to get to the next rank, because I definitely want to, because I feel like there's not a lot of people with, okay, so 9X rank would basically be the rank putting me into a position of being a supervisor, and I want to be there for my soldiers because I see their potential and I know there are different little things about them that they need help with, or you know, I want to basically be able to hold it down and be there for them, because I know I've had this situation where there was no one for us and we had somebody who's doing the best that they possibly could. So like, I really want to be there for them. So I want to get super fucking ripped, get my PT score up as high as possible, work my way into getting promoted. It's really hard to do a lot of the things because I just had a baby, so I can't do a lot of things from home right now. So I do want to do things to get promoted. I do also want to make better videos, higher quality videos for all my YouTube channels, just because it's fun. It's a nice hobby for me. I'm not getting paid for shit, but I enjoy it a lot, so I want to do better with YouTube and other content creations. I want to do better pictures on Instagram, just content basically, and I just want to be a really good mother basically, because like, I have 2 beautiful little girls now and I really just don't want to let them down at all. Last thing on my skincare is gonna be this. Honestly, I'm gonna fill in the beginnings of my brow tint, and then let that sit for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna take my ass to sleep again because I've been sick all day. Also, this is a day and night pack, just like my face wash, except of course clearly these are plumping lip glosses. Yeah, I put it on top of the lip balm. I didn't wipe the lip balm off. I just let it absorb into my lips. And I put that on top because I feel like it does help my lips plump over time and keep staying plumped. I guess like getting my lips used to being bigger. I don't know. I feel like it helps. It helps me mentally, even if it's a placebo. I don't care. My lips are really small and I don't like that. But I don't want to go to filler yet. Anyway, so those are my goals for 2022. That's my nighttime skincare. Right now, just impromptu as I'm going to do it. I want to have lots more serums and stuff. I do want to revamp my, another goal is to revamp my skincare for 2022. There's a whole kit that I want because it's from a brand that everybody's been talking about. I'll give you my rundown on it when I eventually get there. It's quite expensive, but you know, until I get there, because again, I told you guys we went out of debt and it right the fuck back in. So I'm trying to get through it, you know. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you relate on anything, how was your 2021? Like, was the pandemic really messing with you guys? How was work? How was the CDC guidelines treating y'all and all that? You know, and you have any great stories, I'll be happy to read them. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.